So today we are going to be doing a scavenger hunt and well, a virtual scavenger hunt because in the regular classroom environment, you would have time to go visit these offices and take pictures and just really explore what the offices provide, what services, and the process of whatever your question might be about that resource. So since we are in an at-home environment and everything is basically done through technology, there is a link that I would share with you just in a minute. I'm just going to show you the ePortfolio page first. So if you go to College Connection and go to College Resources, it's the first tab. And if you scroll down, you'll see a college reflection, college resource reflection. This doesn't have to be particularly long. It just has to be a paragraph, maybe two if you're really talking about like a lot of points that you want to just make sure that you hit. It might be two paragraphs, maybe one, varies. But if you click on it, you'll see the questions and you'll see question one, what have you learned about these resources? If you were able to visit these offices, what was your experience? I understand that most of you are first year students and you didn't get a chance to go visit these offices, but maybe you did go to the financial aid office once, and I just want to know your experience about that. If you didn't, then you don't have to do that question, but I feel like all of you should have at least went to the financial aid or like maybe the Bursar or any office like that. So now the third question, how can each of these resources help you achieve your goals at LaGuardia? I feel like that's very self-explanatory. Like, what are the services that they provide that would guide you to reach your destination that you want to be at LaGuardia? And the last question, how do you plan on using these resources in the future? So you could add an image here. You could use Unsplash. Those are free images that you could download and upload into your ePortfolio without like giving credit because those are like public photos. But yeah, you can upload a picture. I'll show you an example of my ePortfolio that I created during my SSM training. So I'll show you that. There's also questions that follow. So all of these questions are related to academic success. So like this question right here says, I would like to further develop my writing skills. Where can I find support? Does anyone want to take a guess?
The Writing Center.
Yeah, exactly. So you put the office name, you put the writing center, the office location, which is located in B200, and the staff person who can help. You could just put staff or like maybe a tutor, anything really that falls into that category. This question right here, I need help with my ePortfolio assignments for my FYS class. Where can I go for help? So FYS is first year seminar. Does anyone know where you can go? Okay, so first year seminar, this is our class right now. So this is first year seminar for health sciences. So you'll go to the FYS lab, first year seminar lab. The office location is C447, and the staff person who could help you is your SSM. So that's also my office. So if, well, I had office hours in the building, like I would be there, and students are able to come into the lab and say like, hey, I need help with this, this, and this, and I'd be there to help since I am your SSM. But I do have basically office hours virtually as well. That's like including any messages on Slack or anything like that. Yeah, so in the regular world where we're on campus, C447 is where you'll find me and all of the other SSMs there. So if you scroll down, these are all questions about academic success. So like, how can I learn about my major from a peer? If many of you probably heard this term already, there's something called peer advisors at LaGuardia. So they're real, not real, obviously they're real, but they're students within your major that has experience of dealing with whatever you're dealing with, and they're here to like just guide you and share experiences with you. And yeah, so they advise you and stuff. But that doesn't like just lead you to only peer advisors that you should talk to. Definitely just talk to your advisor as well. But peer advisors are very helpful because it's like you as a student, they're a student, so like there's like a commonality, a common ground, and some things that an advisor might not understand, a peer advisor would understand. So then study quietly with a small group of classmates. It would be the library and so on. I'm not going to give you all the answers, but yeah. So then health and well-being. The second question, where can I go if I feel sick on campus? Does anyone know? I'll give you a hint. You had to put your immunization forms. You have to submit your immunization forms to this office.
Room 144.
No, try the office name. Can you get the office name?
I just know it as B144.
Okay, so it's the office in the middle, MB40. Yeah. So that's the office where you'll find like you have a headache or whatever. That's basically the nurse. So you'll just go there if you feel a little sick. Where can I go work out? When I was doing this as a first year student, I didn't know that LaGuardia had a pool and a weight room, and sometimes in the wellness center they have yoga and etc. But yeah, so there's a weight room. You can find that the location of it, and the pool. The pool is located in the E building, I believe. Yeah. Co-curricular experience. These questions would just answer anything about like co-curriculars and like resumes and mentoring programs, and just connect with students outside of class, which involves in campus life, which is a big thing. So I want you to like actually look at these resources, read about them, learn about them, and then if we ever get back on campus, then you could actually take part in them. If you go down, this is financial. You'll be answering these questions as well. And then additional resources. It's basically asking you what one other resource that you are interested in and explaining how you would use it or how you used it. Either past or present, doesn't matter. Not present, but like future. How would you use that resource? So then at the bottom, it has like some slots for pictures. You don't necessarily have to add any pictures because if we were on campus, you would go to those offices, take some pictures, upload it into your ePortfolio. But in this case, you don't have to. So then if you go to our agenda for today, so if you go to the Studio Hour ePortfolio, go to May 28th, you'll see scavenger hunt. This video will be right here. And so during this coronavirus pandemic, there are services that are offered to students virtually. So you have a choice, either if you want to just do it like from room to room, like if we were in a normal setting, or you could also just put the information down. But I think you should just do the office, because then for future reference, if we did get back on campus, you'll know exactly where to go. But for right now, I decided just to include this because if you do need support during this pandemic, then it's here for you. So if you just click here, you'll see academic affairs, business technology, English, health sciences. These are all departments. And if you scroll down, ASAP is here, the bookstore, Bursar, the registrar, the wellness center, women's center, writing center, the reading lab. There's many of them, but basically, why? Because they have like an email here. You can email them. Some of them have phone numbers, but I feel like this is the main office. Yeah, that's the main office. I believe you could still contact them. The Bursar, you could text or text the number or email them, and then they have the operating hours at the side, so you know exactly when they're available. And this is cool too. They have a live chat with the Bursar office as well, so you could definitely just chat with them and say, hey, like I have concerns about this and this and this, or why is this hold on my account? Can you give me more information? They're there to support you. And yeah, so another thing I wanted to show you with the LaGuardia website, just one second, let me just open it. So if you go to the LaGuardia website, you're able to ask a full-on question and it will guide you to the answer. So like ask a question, let's just get a question off of our ePortfolio. So which one is a good one? Okay, so where can I go to work out? And then I'll just input that answer into the ask section and I'll just ask. So now it's telling me the best answer, and now there's an indoor pool in E154. There's a sports gym, and oh, that's what I was looking for the medical office. It's called health center, so MB40. The fitness center, M building, the near gym, and then movement studio next to pool. So there's a lot of resources on where you could go and exercise at. So then if you have any more questions or anything like that about like where you could go to get something or take care of a concern, definitely use this ask bar because it is helpful and it is accurate. And yeah, so does anyone have any questions about the assignment? I'm just gonna stop the recording from here.